Now it's time for Talking with Joe. Joe Rose is live from the WQAM studios this morning. Joe, Jim Barry just showed us a little bit of that video from Adam Gase's press conference being introduced as the new head coach of the New York Jets. Let's watch a little more right now. He tried to set the record straight on a couple of things, among them the lack of offense. He said, as a team, we sacrifice statistics to try to get wins. So we want to talk about that, of course, the X's and O's and all that football stuff. But what about just kind of the eyes, the look? Was this typical Gase? He always was wearing a hat, so I never really noticed before.
Not real comfortable. I do know this about being around the coach and doing a bunch of events around him. Not very comfortable in front of crowds. Never looks comfortable. Really just likes to be around the team and coaching, but in that environment, in front of a lot of media, which, by the way, he knew was going to be a lot more difficult to deal with and tougher questions, and probably going to get here in South Florida. A lot more people care, and being under the microscope. But the weird part for yesterday, besides those eyes going all over and everybody having fun on social media with it, was that question about stats, and I didn't quite get that. Somebody would have to explain. He gave up some stats for wins. 31st ranked offense, 31st ranked a third down offense. Wow. Okay. I haven't heard that. It didn't work on getting blown out on the road a whole lot over the last couple years. So that surprised me a little bit about the stats. I've always felt like a lot of good stats help you win a lot of games when you look at the top teams. So we'll see. It's a fresh start for Adam. He's got a good, young, talented quarterback. I happen to be a big fan. So we'll see how it all plays out. But yesterday wasn't exactly a real smooth press conference.
Welcome to New York, Adam Gase. All right, let's talk now.
That's right, the Big Apple.
College football right now. Heisman Trophy winner Kyler Murray has declared for the NFL draft, but he's still deciding whether to play in the NFL or play baseball, where he is already guaranteed millions of dollars. Multi-talented guy here. Now, Joe, if he was your son, what would you tell him to do?
Well, I like what he's doing because he's leveraging the NFL against Major League Baseball right now.
Smart guy.
He's leveraging money is what he's doing, and it's about money now is what he's doing. And I think he went back to the Oakland A's and said, here's what I get if I'm a first-round pick on average, where I think I'll go. And can you match that up front? Because after that signing bonus in baseball, you're in the minor leagues. You're not making any money. Matter of fact, there's a good chance, unless you're a star player at some point in your career, usually in your middle to late 20s, and there's only a handful, you get the big bucks, so there's no guarantee. Hasn't played a lot of baseball, even though he's a super talented guy over the last couple of years. I think he's got the football bug, and it's going to be interesting. Oakland A's obviously drafted him in the first round, high first-round pick, so they don't want to lose him. It's going to be interesting to see their move if they give him a major league contract and some major league money, and then where he'll go in this draft. But I think he's got the football bug.
Let's see.
Just had a great year at Oklahoma, got that Heisman. I think he'd like to keep playing some football. It's going to be interesting to watch. Dolphins need a quarterback. A lot of other teams need a quarterback. Watch. This thing's going to be a lot of fun, and I'm getting that rap thing. I get more rap in the morning than anybody.
So am I.
It's amazing. All I do is get the rap. I thought my nickname was Joe Rap.
Joe Rap.
Okay, I got to go. Goodbye.
Right, bye, Joe.
Joe Rap.